peace knowing that the possible serial killer is finally off of the streets, and they hope to apprehend
In recent years, Snapchat has become one of the largest social network apps out there. The convenience of being able to send a quick picture message to any of your friends or even mass share what you're up to in life has been something that a lot of other apps have tried to replicate, with mixed success. While a lot of information from the app is largely disposable, there most definitely are some strange uploads that might make you stop and say, "Wait a minute. What?" Today, I'm joined by Mike O from that chapter to share with you the disturbing story of the Snapchat intruder. The story surrounds a post by a user on Reddit named Skinna555. He opens his post by apologizing for being such a terrible writer before going on to explain some background. He claims that he and his partner had moved in with his parents to save some cash for their new home. His parents own 3 birds, and apparently his friends take great interest in them whenever he talks about them. Knowing this, he took a few Snapchats and posted them to a story for his friends, and within 15 minutes of uploading, he received a
When it comes to oddities on the internet, we've seen a lot of things that can easily be explained, but sometimes we find things that are not so easy to take apart. This is where I keep the mysteries that refuse to be solved. Welcome to the Nightmind Case Files. I've run into a lot of strange things on the internet. A lot of them are new, a good amount of them are recent, and some of them are old. Most of the older bits are only a few years stale, not much more than 5 or 6. But this one? This is the oldest, oddest thing I've encountered yet. 2 parts creepypasta, 1 part alternate reality game, 1 part long-form storytelling, and altogether a twisted, logic-defying mess that remains to this day without a legitimate owner or true explanation. The Wyoming incident is much more deserving as a piece from my cabinet of curiosities than I expected going into it, and so far, this is the ultimate case of pulling one end of a wire to find a horrific, tangled mess on the other side. Just to give a frame of reference for how old this story is beyond just naming the year it began, a quick history lesson for you. YouTube was created in February of 2005 and purchased by Google in October of 2006. At the time of the purchase, Google already had their own video upload service, which was of course named Google Video. Our very first pulse of activity for the experience known as the Wyoming incident occurred on August 9th, 2006 on Google Video, nearly 10 years ago. The video description read as follows. The Wyoming incident, or the Wyoming hijacking, is a lesser-known case of television broadcast hijacking and hacking. A hacker managed to interrupt broadcasts from a local programming channel believed to serve several smaller communities in the county of Niobrara and aired his or her own video. The video contained numerous clips of disembodied human heads showing various emotions and poses. The camera position changed often, usually every 10 to 15 seconds, and the video was often interrupted by a special presentation announcement. This clip is taken from one of these intervals. The video is mostly locally well known and would probably not even be that popular if it were not for the effects it had on the few residents who watched it for an extended period of time. Complaints included vomiting, hallucinations, headaches, and more. While some believed it was paranormal, specialists have determined that the cause of these afflictions were frequencies played regularly throughout the broadcast. In this clip, the frequency being played is somewhere between 17 and 19 Hz. This range of frequency, when played for long periods of time, causes the eyes to subtly vibrate, sometimes inducing visual hallucinations. This video is significant in that it is one of the most recent television hijackings. Such actions were rare even in the 80s. Search for the Chicago Max Headroom incident. and are even more rare today. The hacker has not yet been caught, and all attempts to trace the video have proven futile. Because the internet's always had a good habit of saving truly bizarre media, the Wyoming incident video was re-uploaded several times, though the original upload didn't last long after Google's merge with YouTube. Don't worry about that special frequency mentioned. No one has reported experiencing actual effects from watching the video, and just as a precaution, I've tampered with the audio a bit. Here is the broadcast. Not exactly terrifying, but still unsettling, especially during the advent of major video sharing online. Still, this video didn't exactly make the kind of rounds that future visual creepypasta entries did. There wasn't any real talk about the Wyoming incident until January of 2007 on the Unfiction forum, when a user supplied the link and asked if anyone knew exactly what this was. Responding users couldn't provide a proper answer, with several citing the Max Headroom incident and the ring as what the video reminded them of. It wasn't long until a new lead dropped on February 6th. A user named Lyra in the Dark, who had joined on February 4th, posted a link to a second video saying, "I found this on YouTube this morning." That video had been uploaded on February 5th. So, well over a week after the initial thread started, we have a user who signed up on February 4th, a second video uploaded on February 5th, and a post from that brand new user on the morning of February 6th saying that they just happened to find this new video. Right. I'll buy that coincidence. It's also fun to take a look at the title and video description. Weird video I found by a user named Give Me a Number. The description reads, "Somebody left this video file on a DVD they left on my doorstep. It might just be a prank, but it's pretty creepy, so I guess I'll just upload it here. If any of y'all recognize who made this video, just tell me. Thanks to Chad for helping with tags." Watching this one isn't necessary. It's the same video as the last with a few different head images and a new set of phrases. Why do you hate? You are ill. We just want to fix you. Users on the Unfiction forums responded with immediate recognition for the username behind the new video. It's a gimmick from a character called the Boogeyman in Neil Gaiman's Sandman series. More specifically, part 5 of the Dollhouse at the Serial Killer Convention. The Boogeyman's gimmick is give me a number, to which he could then proceed to tell you what was special about that numbered person he killed. A few days later, another convenient drop-off occurs on the forum, courtesy of a brand new user named You Can Watch Now, who signed up the very day they made the post and only ever made that one post. This edition was uploaded to Google Video and titled Danny's Collection 3. The description read as follows. My brother had quite an interesting collection of underground bizarre videos. This video, which he only called 3, was his favorite in his entire collection, despite running only about a minute. He never wanted it uploaded to the internet because he was sort of selfish when it came to his rarer videos. He liked the idea that he was one of the few people who had seen this. I found it a year after his death. I had pretty much forgotten about it, in a box filled with videos of his I guess he just recently burnt to DVD. I have no idea who made the video and only a vague idea as to where it came from. My brother came back with it one summer after visiting some friends up around Yellowknife. The video presented is the same as the previous two, but again has changes made to statements between shots of faces. What hides in your mind? We have already seen it. A day later, a guest user going by the name Viral Detector 77 mentions that someone wrote an odd comment on the video. This person, I like to read, posted a link to a year-old blog written by a man who apparently was the owner of the original video titled The Wyoming Incident. In the blog, this man, going by the moniker Gregory Miller, mentioned Daniel Cable as the potential new owner of a different video. Users visiting the blog found it to be the personal diary of an obsessive man driven insane by ownership of the fourth video. At the height of his madness, he mentioned human lampreys, which feed off of our essences, a figure named Vedius Paulus, and 2 men, one named Donald Wilson, and another named Robert Roy Dennell, associated with Daniel Cable. Vedius Paulus was apparently a friend of the ancient Roman Emperor Augustus, who owned many slaves and had a pool of carnivorous fish known as lampreys on his villa property. Whenever a slave angered him, Vedius would have the slave thrown into the pool where the lampreys would eat them alive. Users who investigated the Donald Wilson lead came up with an obituary from Niobrara County, Wyoming, the very same area reportedly affected by the initial Wyoming incident broadcast. He had died on January 1, 2006, 7 months before a recording of the broadcast was first uploaded to Google Video. Donald Wilson had been living in the town of Casper, Wyoming at the time of his death, where he and his family had been since 1979. A search for Robert Roy Dennell, the vinyl name on the blog, brought up a man by the exact name living in Casper, Wyoming, and a phone number. Despite their collective fear, a user on the forum named Esteed called the number and recorded what he heard. Esteed said it best when he described his experience after the call. It was after that when I realized I had just listened to a recording of someone flatlining. Viral Detector 77 comes back just over an hour later informing the thread about a new blog post which had a link to an old message board. The Happy Cube. Nothing had been posted since 2004, but recent activity had shown a new user had joined that very day. I like to fix. What is the Happy Cube, and what are the members talking about in regard to their favorite activity, cubing? The clues are everywhere, beginning with the first post by administrator Jack Q. Pembry. On August 28, 2004, Jack posted a new topic, the grand reopening of the Happy Cube. He welcomes everyone back by issuing a new set of rules as a result of what happened in April. Please don't advertise for your videos. Jesus, it's one thing to partake in something, a whole different thing to enjoy seeing someone else do it. Please don't post about how much you think ICP, Slipknot, or Marilyn Manson are the composers of your work. I'm going to start filtering the naughty words that you've never been supposed to say but have always posted anyway. Words will be filtered into their safe versions, but a tag will surround it saying it had to be filtered. Do not leave your email in your profile. This is very important after what happened in April. And finally, no more pictures. Jack then begins to describe what happened in April to cause the new set of rules. To make a long story not so long, Johnny Diver started having second thoughts about CubeCon 2004 and decided to bail out, which was okay with just about everyone except Oldboy, Spaceman Jeff, and Oxenize03, who have had a weird one-sided rivalry with Johnny for some time. A huge thread, Johnny Diver, Man or Meat, was started by Oldboy, which not only flamed Johnny for not attending CubeCon, but threatened him and his family. Spaceman and Oxenize soon joined Oldboy's antics, posting pictures of what they were planning to do to him. Johnny Diver was not happy. What does he do? Go to the fucking police. A huge investigation is launched and even more incriminating evidence is found against the three flamers. Information about a relationship between Spaceman Jeff and WTW is found, and WTW, hell, he just disappeared. The police think the Happy Cube is a place where this is rather commonplace and we are shut down for a while. Now we're using a different message board system and a different, free, website server. A better idea of what cubing is begins to emerge in another thread, tools of choice. I like to use hammers or screwdrivers whenever possible. Everyone says that the more, advanced tools have a certain feel of omnipotence to them. I think they're just pussy weapons, but that may just be me. What's your tool of choice? I like to use different tools each time, which is a lot safer than using the same one or a pattern. I've dabbled in using tools like you use, but they are a bit too messy and can put you in pretty big danger. Sometimes the advanced tools are necessary. Tools are for the athletically fit and good with their hands only. I've always been fond of the chainsaw, though it's only safe if you and your friend are away from other people. Putting aconite in salads is a clever way to surprise a friend coming over for dinner. Aconite happens to be a type of poison with a well-documented lethal dose for human beings. Taking this information into account and the discussion about what tools are best, you may well have figured out what the Happy Cube's for. If not, here's the definition from Urban Dictionary posted in 2005. A sporting activity revolving very much around the short story, The Most Dangerous Game. Often played with a very small group of people, if not alone, who meet on the internet in a very anonymous fashion in which they tell stories of past cubing adventures and plan in a very vague manner so as not to draw attention to the actual actions of cubing for future cubing events. Cubing is considered in all places that murder is. The Happy Cube is a forum for serial killers to discuss gatherings where they can hunt victims in a pack, an activity they refer to as cubing. And Jack might be upset about the previous CubeCon failure, but he's not letting it take away their fun. CubeCon 05 will be either taking place in Indiana or Tennessee. In Indiana, we have the city of Indianapolis, and Tennessee has Nashville, Knoxville, and Memphis. We can't go to all three, remember this. And yet, things don't go too well for the second Happy Cube site. On September 5th, 2004, Jack Q. Pembry shut down the board, telling everyone there wouldn't be any posting until Monday, September 6th. Aside from I Like to Fix joining the boards, that was the last bit of activity on the forum. Things picked up just after discovery of the Happy Cube. Viral Detector posted a link to a new blog entry that apparently had Gregory Miller telling his new audience, which he was very much aware of, that he would choose a volunteer to receive his Wyoming incident video. A comment is made about this person becoming a vessel. The choice is made a day later, with our early adventurer, Esteed, receiving the prize. It came along with a very special message from G. Miller providing background information users had been digging for. Danny, the uploader of the third video, had bought it with the expectation from the seller that it would be uploaded to the internet. Danny refused to do so and was driven insane before killing himself, leaving only his brother to own the video, which he then put online. Jack Pembry was a lifelong psychopath who hadn't done anything about his homicidal urges until buying his copy of the video. Driven mad by his ownership, he gave it to Donald Wilson, but that didn't help. He's gone now. He got to be it for a while, and that while's up. Gregory Miller was described as the perfect target, vulnerable, arrogant, with an interest in the strange he could never even hope to overcome. He kept the video to himself for too long, and it destroyed his mind like the others. He too gave his copy to Donald Wilson, but was already ruined. Gregory Miller now lives as a vegetable, cared for by his mother. Which leads us to the next revelation. The blogger going by the name G. Miller that had been interacting with users was not, in fact, Gregory Miller. After Gregory's mental collapse, the being who sold the original videos took over and moved everything to Blogger for a bigger audience. Esteed is instructed to upload the video and watch it until his heart stops beating. He's also given the task of telling everyone that the next would be coming out soon. So far, the videos have been sold, given, found, and won. Next time, the video would be shared. G. Miller's blog changed immediately after this. All of the relevant posts detailing his descent into madness and the videos were deleted, replaced with meaningless copies of bits and pieces of random blogs. Only one last round of communication occurs on the blog with members of the Unfiction Forum, with the user behind G. Miller's account inviting them to ask 3 questions, with an additional 4th answer that he gets to choose. The first question shoots right to the heart of the matter. Where do the videos come from? The reply was quick, explaining that what we think of as a series of videos has always existed in some form. They've been carving in stone, scrolls, pamphlets, and books. A while back, the user behind G. Miller was given the task of updating them to a more modern form of media. He contacted a young man in Canada he convinced to make the videos. They spoke for 23 hours, G. Miller describing what needed to be done and the accomplice taking notes. After discovering G. Miller's videos weren't a part of some art project or internet game, the young man became irate and refused to work on any more. In G. Miller's words, "He's gone now. I sold the first 3 videos myself. You already have heard of 3 people who bought them, though there are many connections you may not have made." In being asked what exactly these videos are for, G. Miller replied, "What I am updating serves various purposes. For one, it inspires many of those who view it in small, subtle ways and those who own it in very strong ways. Modifying people in such a manner helps to guide society down the path that my people believe is the best. They also serve as a very important part of our belief system. They help to strengthen us and keep us healthy. They are the most sacred objects in the world. They are the winning card in the game we play with humanity." For the final question they were allowed to ask, the board inquired about what connections in the story they hadn't put together yet. G. Miller isn't ready to answer that fully, but does come forward with some much-needed information. First of all, the man who took the moniker Jack Q. Pembry bought the second video. I wouldn't try getting in touch with him. He's gone. The Robert mentioned on Gregory Miller's blog is not Donald Wilson's stepson. He is Danny's brother. So, here are the 3 people who bought the videos from me personally. Jack Q. Pembry, using an alias, Daniel C., and Gregory Miller. You have yet to discuss how the second video got from Pembry to Donald Wilson to Jamie, the uploader of the second video who put it on YouTube titled, "Weird Video I Found." Donald Wilson wasn't himself when he began his little collection, as his obituary seems to hint. Of course, researching old Donald will just lead to a dead end, literally, for you, which causes me to wonder why no one has investigated the others yet. I'd be following Jamie's YouTube profile for the next few days. The first chance you get to contact him, do it. I never figured him into my equation, so his presence is, to put it lightly, slightly aggravating to me, and even I don't fully understand how the video got from Wilson to him, though I have some ideas. There may be a group of interlopers trying to get my videos to people I would generally consider unworthy. If you want my help, I suggest you stop them. Follow my advice about Jamie, and eventually you'll know what to do. In the end, you're going to end up helping me take care of Jamie no matter what it is you truly want to do. Don't make it difficult for yourself by trying to misbehave. The interlopers may be my sisters. I would elaborate about them further, but that wasn't your question. A hint. Topic: the recurring theme of duality in mythology. Soon, this blog will be nothing but variant of the post that preceded this. Good luck. In a following post, avid user Slyfingers brings up a shocking discovery while reviewing video 3. It had been uploaded on March 6, 2006, making it, technically, the first video online, predating even the Wyoming incident. From here, the game takes a long, twisting curve that led to so many turns it required hours of reading and documenting to keep track. Almost all activity moved over to the HappyCube forum where a new board opened. Hack Job Johnny, named after the title used for the 5th video, which was uploaded to a file-sharing platform called Ares by the newest user, I Like to Fix. Again, nothing significant about the new video except for its change of phrases. You cannot hide forever. We stand at the door. Through the next topic, duality, players discovered that I Like to Fix was somehow involved with the 9 Dark Muses, the evil brothers of the mythical 9 Good Muses of humanity in Greek mythology. I Like to Fix then uploaded a few short stories that board users were required to read, which all involved people being haunted by other humans with pitch-black eyes and an otherworldly air. The purpose for this was soon discovered as a grand harvest of negative emotions from the humans reading the stories. I Like to Fix revealed himself to be a child of the Muse of Insanity, Paranoia, and Irrational Fear, the Muse of stories detailing forbidden knowledge, the unknown, and the mentally unstable, who stalked H.P. Lovecraft and whispered to Aleister Crowley. Paranoia's children wear his eyes so that they may see the world as he does, in dark and obscure shades. They are the paranormal phenomenon known as the Black-Eyed Children, who follow the living and wear the skin of the dead. Their only wish is to terrify, and their only joy comes from feeding. An absolutely relentless marathon of lore and role-playing comes on the heels of this revelation. The Shaded Priest, known as I Like to Fix, continues introducing stories of paranoia and fear to the readers, tells them a legion of Black-Eyed Children will be joining the boards and stalking players of the game in real life, and asks players to express their feelings about the experience they're undergoing. I Like to Fix is replaced by another priest, I Love to Fix, after one of the Black-Eyed Children under his care ends up devouring a player of the game. I Love to Fix continues the work of Father Paranoia in the quest to feed on human emotions and push back against the Good Muses, whose campaign to bring humanity to its peak of perfection will then, in the words of the Dark Muses, bring about its immediately following downfall, as they firmly believe that what goes up must always come down. Players are asked deeply personal questions in order to probe their personalities and psyches, while I Love to Fix and his cohorts attempt to track down Jamie, the uploader of the second video to YouTube, who was never supposed to be involved. Jamie is eventually found, and a poll is given on whether or not the board wants to hear an audio recording of his final moments. The answer is an overwhelming yes, prompting the release of the track, which sounds remarkably like poor acting and is entirely unconvincing to the board. The narrative is revealed that Jamie's death was faked for the sake of appearances, but it doesn't matter. His mind is already too far gone after previous ownership of a Wyoming incident video. Lore and role-playing continue as I Love to Fix describes issues between the Muse of Paranoia and his brothers, who are now aware of his personal campaign. Someone is offered the chance to receive hints about finding Video 6 by answering a payphone, and a user named Detector7 is chosen. He somehow fails to get a proper recording, but does take notes of the event, leading to the discovery of Video 6 on Google Video. This is followed up by I Love to Fix introducing a need for the community to engage in a mass ritual to summon an aspect of the Muse of Paranoia. This involves being alone with eyes closed, playing music that disturbs you, and doing some things that we're not going to talk about because what was suggested as part of this ritual is legitimately dangerous on many levels, and I'm not joking about that. Even the followers of the game who had been on board up to this point reacted with serious opposition. And even though I Love to Fix added a note of warning to those who weren't mentally prepared to go through with it, the mass summoning thread was opened on schedule and at a appointed time for everyone to know about so they could engage in it together. This is approaching another topic entirely, but Ed and Lorraine Warren, career-long demonologists who have literal hundreds of cases on file where innocent games turn into living nightmares, would have a whole lot to say about why this is something that should not have happened and should never be done. Beyond the paranormal aspects of it and those potential consequences, the steps outlined in the ritual are enough to cause major panic and anxiety attacks in people, and generally bring someone to a place that they should not go with full intent and mental focus. Fiction is fun. Doing this and expecting people to go along with it is not. I'll also skip ahead in the timeline and mention that this not only happened once, but twice in the course of the story. Regardless of the sudden rift in player opinions of the game, the ritual did go forward, and the apparent spirit of Hackjob Johnny was introduced into the thread to work with I Love to Fix. It was shortly after this that everything came completely off the rails. On the 1st of March, several new threads were opened under I Love to Fix, all expressing the same sentiment. This entire game, from beginning to end, had been one giant prank in the making by the members of the Something Awful forums. In particular, a member named Senor Bambos was behind it, running the show and making things up on the fly, grabbing whatever sources he could to throw in and make some kind of lore out of. He had made the videos, he had used Unfiction as an incubator, Viral Detector, who helped push new discoveries and leads forward, had been a plant working for Senor Bambos, and another Something Awful member, OC James, had helped craft the story and falsify information. After seeing interest in the game wane and sharp criticism begin to come in from Unfiction, Senor Bambos gave Viral Detector the keys to the I Love to Fix account and told him to drop the bomb. Reading copies of the original confession on the Happy Cube board by Senor Bambos during the shakeup, it also becomes apparent that there was a failed item retrieval mission someone behind the curtains managed to screw up, resulting in a backpedaling by I Love to Fix in character about the situation. Pressure from other members of Something Awful didn't help their decision. Some members of that forum had caught wind of the project and figured out who was behind it, forcing Senor Bambos and the others to cave. The players on the Unfiction forums were, understandably, upset about this, and more than a little bit perplexed. Why go through all of that trouble, all of that writing and upkeep and story development just for a prank? It turned out that it may not have been that simple. A day after the revelation threads, someone else with moderator powers over the forum appeared, going by the name of Harry Spy. It isn't actually known what the thread they first posted was, though it was very official sounding and spread the message that this board was coming down. Someone from Unfiction sent Harry Spy a message to see if they were here to help. The reply was a bit startling. I hate to tell you this, but I do not think that this was ever a game to begin with. We have reason to believe this was an extremely unethical sociological psychological experiment performed by an amateur group possibly located somewhere in the United Kingdom. The boards will not be reopened, all of the original staff accounts have been indefinitely suspended, and I suggest that you ignore any videos posted from this point on. The Unfiction user asked if the investigation was real or a continuation of the game, if it was hijacked by Something Awful, and what was actually going on. Another response came through. I regret to inform you that the investigation is indeed real. The federal government has also launched a small investigation, though they are mostly examining if any law has actually been broken. If not, I imagine they will quietly dismiss their investigation. I was hired by a mother of one of the players. She found the whole thing suspicious, and her son had been acting erratic throughout the course of the game. The ritual seems to have pushed him over the edge. We have spoken with the Something Awful members who we believe to be behind the hijacking. No charges will be pressed against them, as the administrators of the board have intentionally tried to remain anonymous, and Pro Boards does not want this sort of publicity. We do not believe them to have been very involved with anything that happened prior to the night of the hacking. We believe the videos to have been produced and distributed by an amateur psychology group situated somewhere in the United Kingdom. We have yet to confirm this, however. The forums will not be reopened, the staff accounts have been suspended indefinitely, and I suggest you do not watch any more of the videos if they are released. Harry Spy also replied to a message inquiring about a mentioned suicide in the wake of the ritual. The information stated that it was a player of the game that had been following along for quite some time, and an unfinished document that had been found on his computer detailed children with black eyes in the doorway of someone's bedroom. He allegedly took his own life after engaging in the first ritual. Harry Spy disappeared shortly after this, leaving in his wake only one new bit of activity, a topic titled We Win by I Love to Fix. Children are gone. Representative is gone. Observer is gone. Never should have trusted the brothers most vile. The book shall be ours too. This ends here. Just over 2 weeks later, the game started again with I Love to Fix entering a new thread, clarification and revelation. He tells a much different version of the story than Senor Bambos did. Apparently, using a hint dropped in a thread, Senor Bambos of Something Awful was able to brute force the password and log in as an admin. From there, he could change the information for pretty much everyone, and since I Love to Fix was out at the time, he got away with it. Senor Bambos gave credentials for one of the accounts to Viral Detector, and together they stormed the board and dropped all of the threads proclaiming it was one giant joke. Later, Senor Bambos comes in again as Harry Spy to pull off one last laugh with a detective angle. I Love to Fix writes a whole series of bullet points on why Senor Bambos was completely false in his claims to ownership of the project. On both Happy Cube and Something Awful, he would dodge questions, ignore arguments, and provide weak answers. The evidence was insurmountable. From here, I Love to Fix announces that the person typing this post is not the same one we've been dealing with. He is, in fact, now the last living shaded priest from a temple of Father Paranoia. During the Something Awful takeover, Paranoia's brothers sent black-eyed children that had turned traitor to kill everyone in the temple. The original I Love to Fix was killed, Hackjob Johnny was killed, everyone was dead except for this one priest who had dodged a bullet by taking care of some business away from the site of the disaster. From this point on, the story continued, and it seems the intensity was just ramped up. The lore became heavier, there was more text material than ever, there was no hunt for any videos, new characters and events were introduced, and it was all done through the board. 33 topics, some of them several pages in length, were introduced from the date of March 16th to April 29th. A new blog was introduced as well for readers to follow the story of a new character, because at this point they were much more readers than actual game players. I couldn't tell you what happens in the storyline for the sheer depth of written material and expansive lore there is involved with the revival effort. It would have taken me another week to make a full video just on that lore alone. What I can tell you, however, is something nobody saw coming in the wake of all of this. In the very last topic from 2007, He Wants Something, the figurehead of the board stopped responding to messages, posts, and all activity. Things began to slow to a sudden crawl and then stopped moving altogether. On June 16th, Senor Bambos comes back under his own username and delivers a confession. Many of you may remember me as the guy who claimed to have made the video on Something Awful. I was lying, though I was the one who first posted links to it and uploaded it online. That was pretty much my entire purpose: distribution. I had posted on another forum that I wished I could become involved in some sort of viral marketing, ARG, or hoax. A new member PM'd me asking me if I would like to take some videos he made and upload them around the web and link to them. I asked him why he didn't do it himself, and he told me that he wouldn't know where to start. He sent the videos to me via email and explained how he made them. I think he lied because I have attempted to replicate the videos and have only produced mediocre lookalikes. The only thing that worked were the audio tips he gave. The videos stopped appearing simply because he ceased to make them. I think only he knows how to properly produce these things. He gave me the basic video descriptions. I figured it'd be best to display them to Something Awful, the largest website I was active on at the time, and it snowballed. When this message board was opened, he gave me the position of moderator and asked if I could oversee the boards when he was unable to. A jackass friend of mine, the detector, logged into my account one night and basically did everything that almost ended the game. Embarrassed but amused by the excitement going on at Something Awful, I tried to play it off as a joke reveal. This attempt to play it off was thwarted when the real Puppet Master tried the detective thing and then restarted the game. The spiteful post he made about me sometime later was probably meant to discredit me for almost ruining the game, and I suppose I deserved it. I thought I could trust my friend as he had acted as a plant several times during the game. The Puppet Master always decided when a plant would be used, and we did not always use one. The PM told me that he just wanted to tell people something, but he knew certain parts of the story couldn't be pulled off by the average player. I don't know what the motivation behind all of this was. He's never revealed anything about himself to me, and all locations save Niobrara County were chosen by myself. Whatever he's doing is flexible. He hasn't spoken to me in some time. I feel rather guilty because a large percentage of Something Awful believes me to have been the sole creator, and I'm even given full credit in the Wikipedia article. In the end, I know jack shit about what this is. I don't understand his motivations. I can't make the videos. They creep the hell out of me personally. I know nothing about the origins of this website except that it probably served as an important prop in an earlier project he worked on. I think he may be the OC James guy who apparently has links elsewhere. I just don't know. I was just along for the ride. Users who were still active came by to ask Senor Bambos what else he knew. From the line of questioning, we learned that the first private message sent by the true Puppet Master didn't come until a month after Senor Bambos posted asking to be involved with something. He also tells us that they've spoken over email before, but not recently at all. This guy constantly changed his email during the course of the project. The only message he sent me of decent length, excluding all video description outlines and similar things, was the very first message he sent me. It didn't really explain much about the Wyoming incident, but he seemed to believe that, if talked about in the right places, it would catch on like wildfire. That first message was almost like a sales pitch or a company trying to get some sort of celebrity to endorse a project, which is strange as I was a relative nobody on the internet before this all happened. He does not post on Something Awful. He found my original post on a Coast to Coast, referring to the radio program, message board. I posted once after some big mystery was revealed to be viral marketing. I was one of the few people not extremely pissed off, and I was actually quite interested in doing something similar. A couple of people chewed me out, and I pretty much left the site immediately afterwards. The fact that I went back after leaving it was pure luck. I just remembered it one day a little more than a month afterward and decided to just casually browse the latest topics. Had I not done that, I more than likely would have never spotted his little proposal. Further questioning reveals that it was the Puppet Master who was most active on the board. Most of the time, he was the moderator character. And, like mentioned earlier, Senor Bambos truly doesn't understand his motivations. At times he seemed to treat this as some sort of social experiment. Sometimes he treated it as a story. Sometimes he treated it as a game, and oftentimes he treated it as a job. It seemed almost as if it was something he absolutely had to do. As far as I know, he's made no money from this, and his anonymity deprives him of any real fame. I think these videos have a definite effect on people. Most people are at least unnerved by them, but a small number seem almost obsessed with it. Speaking for myself, I feel a lot about these videos. I feel remorse for being partially responsible for the death of this project and upset that I will more than likely never get closure. It's been months since I was involved with this, and I still find myself lurking on this website at least a few times a week. The lack of closure is what gets me the most. As for why this is all coming out so long after the game seems to have stopped, Bambo says, "I've been following this board even more intensely since the embodiment, the latest moderator character, disappeared, and I was growing tired with the unexplained absence. I figured now would be a good time to interject, offer an explanation for myself, and the situation itself to an extent, and talk with people as myself without fear of getting banned right off the bat." And still, the course of the Wyoming incident doesn't stop there. In May of 2009, 2 years after the previous thread, a new board was added to the Happy Cube, the Joseph Bright Help Center. A board moderator sent emails to previous members of the forum citing a serious issue that had arisen requiring their attention. Again, it seems the board is under investigation by authorities with little detail to explain what's going on in the same post. Following topics did, thankfully, bring up the point. Throughout most of early 2007, a man claiming to be named Joseph Bright was a participant in the Wyoming Incident alternate reality role-playing game that used this board as a headquarters of sorts. Bright is unstable and may have irrationally acted on things that he saw or read about on these forums and in the game. There is reason to believe that he has continued to play the game despite it ending almost 2 years ago. We do not know how active the offsite community is, but we have heard that there are or were IRC channels and other websites where details about the Wyoming incident were discussed. If any of you knew and conversed with anyone from a chat room or forum who called himself Joseph Bright, Joe Bright, J Bright, B37, Copperfist, or MN, please message me whatever details about him you can. Useful information would include details about where he is currently living, even just the state would help, what his current occupation is, whether or not he is abusing drugs, possible alternative names he may be using, and so on. There are some details I can provide. While living alone, he was supposed to be kept supervised. He'd receive weekly visits from his doctor that would, in time, turn into monthly visits. He'd have had complete independence by the end of next year if he had behaved himself. At some point during his obsession with the game, he stopped taking his medication. A month ago, his apartment was found abandoned. He left a letter for his doctor that stated he needed to sort things out. Since then, several of the people behind the Wyoming incident have received threats from him. The man who ran the game and made the videos, Senor Bambos, I Love to Fix, seems to be his main focus of attention. Somehow, perhaps off of another forum, he got a hold of his phone number. He's called him several times, threatening his life each time. He seems to believe that the admitted puppet masters didn't actually make the videos or write some of the stories posted here. Of course, all evidence points to the posts and the videos featured here being completely and totally the work of this forum's administrators. Unfortunately, he can't think about these things sort of rationally. We think he may have also been involved in the assault of some men in the state of California. Details about that are sketchy, and it doesn't seem to have anything to do with this board or the game. Joseph Bright is soon discovered to have a blog with a good number of posts that date back to April. It's clear that he's looking for the rest of the Wyoming incident videos, which the Shaded Priest claimed were part of a set of 9. Joseph manages to find videos 7 and 8 and uploads them to YouTube, as well as an odd video called Backstory about a child left alone on a bus. The board moderator, after his exposure to the videos, goes noticeably mad on the forums and later claims to have found video 9 himself. It's still uploaded to Joseph Bright's channel, and the video contains an advertisement for cashforgold.com, followed by several prank posts about indie alternate reality games needing sponsors, so the Wyoming incident has partnered up with Cash for Gold. And yet, the very next day, Jack Q. Pembry arrives with a new topic titled, There is Still Reality. This is actually Joseph Bright using the account, and he's found the real video 9. He needs us to watch it and remember it, and the names that he's learned as a result of his find: Robert and Alexandria Franklin. Remember those names. No matter what anyone tells you, it doesn't end here. I'm beginning to doubt it ever ends. I will be back, just need to rest a while. Don't believe what they tell you, and keep that link. Save that video. Nothing occurred on the Happy Cube forum for over 3 years. Then, one last pulse, a final mysterious heartbeat. On January 12, 2013, Jack Q. Pembry added a single thread that was posted to the top of each and every board. And so, his final message? The children awoke that year. Nothing has been heard from the Happy Cube or the Wyoming incident since. No real closure, no explanation, no reveal of a true mastermind. This is, in effect, still an active game, and as such, this makes the Wyoming incident the longest-running alternate reality game on the internet, stretching back over the course of 10 years to the true first upload, Danny's Collection number 3, in March of 2006. And considering it began circulation as video creepypasta, this might also be the world's first creepypasta ARG. The Wyoming incident is an anomaly. I haven't seen anything as odd, twisted up, and cloaked in lies and mystery.
Let's solo this. It'll be fun. I need to get weapon skill anyway. 48 elite. Should be fine. This centaur quest down in the bottom though. Is it a roaming centaur? They got the centaur pariah. Refresh my memory if anybody remembers. Okay, let's open with Garrote. Should be able to Garrote. I can't even see his damn. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god, dude, we're fucking him up. We're so strong. What? This dude's elite. Oh, he's 38, but still, man, he got absolutely roasted. Do I not have sound? I don't have sound. Alright, it's better. It's a roaming guy on the east of Desolace. That quest is not in the dungeon. This one, right? This is where we got it. This is how we pick up the Mark of the Chosen line down here. Centaur Pariah. I feel like he's a ghost down at the bottom, no? His ambience is a little high. I don't think he pats. Let's see what YouTube thinks. He pats around a short distance, patrols a short distance. Okay. Hey, Loretta, good to see you. Let's take a look over here. Try and find him. Hey, what's up, Booty Sauce? Good to see you, man. Hell yeah, bro. 54? Hell yeah, man. 54 and a half, man. Getting there, getting up there. How do you level up so fast? I haven't been doing anything special, man. Just playing a lot. He just chills in one spot. Okay. Well, we'll go right to him then. Okay. Hopefully I can share it with the rest of the group when they get here. I am super excited for this, guys. Let me tell you. Probably more so than any other dungeon I've done in hardcore. Just because my weapons are seriously falling off, man. They just feel so weak right now. And I'm having a hard time killing stuff, so... Getting a Thrash Blade right now would just be huge. It would be just such a game changer. It'd really be able to get us there to 60. Oh, there he is, right there. Yeah, so he does pad around a little bit just for future reference. This dude right here. Alright, it's one down. There's another quest up here from Willow, Twisted Evils. We'll go pick that one up next. Check this offhand out though, guys. It's actually a really easy quest to get done. If you're leveling on the Horde side and you're going to be leveling a Warrior or a Rogue, this quest has definitely got to be on your radar. It's not bad at all. You have to go into Un'Goro, you kill a few mobs. Honestly, you should probably even consider going for this quest at like 40, 47, 48. The mobs are like 50, so you'd have to use a cooldown or two maybe to kill them because they're like 50, the mobs. But if you could get this at like 48, this weapon would slap so hard. For real, man. And it's a guarantee. It's a piece of cake to get. You pick it up in Orgrimmar, and you just gotta go in the Un'Goro and kill a couple of the Ravissars and get their claws. But the thing I like about this weapon is it's so fast. If you see right now, it's faster than the global cooldown. It's 1.4, which is awesome. And when I'm attacking with it, it looks really nice. It looks like I'm going berserk, man. Be careful of this green slash trime. The green trash slime. In Mara. Thanks, man. Yeah, will do. Mace plus fist weapon, that's such a random combination. No, it definitely is, man. But as subtlety, you have the freedom to use whatever weapons you want, which I like. You're not, you're not trapped into any one weapon specialization, which I think just fits the bill so perfectly in hardcore. If any of you guys are interested on reviewing the spec or talents on what I would do differently, let me know. But being able to get preparation and also get Blade Flurry, it feels like you have your cake and you can eat it too, in my mind. Because you have Riposte as well, you have Hemo, you have everything you need. It's insane. Are you going to stay Hemo or are you going to respec 460? I think I'll just stay like this, man. I really don't feel like, what are my deficiencies at this point, If anything, Adrenaline Rush was nice, right? And I oftentimes would pop it alongside Blade Flurry, but oftentimes it felt like complete overkill. I would pop Blade Flurry, pop this, the mob would be dead, and I still have half duration left on everything. So I kind of like just having Blade Flurry. Like I can just pop a Blade Flurry and Blood Fury, and I'll be able to cleave down 2 mobs perfectly. It's almost like the Adrenaline Rush isn't that needed, you know? So I really like this spec right now. It feels awesome. I feel like I have tons of survivability. I'm able to reset my cooldowns, make big plays, you know, double blind, double gouge, double kidney shot, double vanish, double sprint, cool stuff like that, man. You think you'll hit 60 this weekend? Yo, I think so, man. I think I will. Yeah. So we'll likely hit 55 tonight, right? And it's Wednesday. So if we can hit 57 tomorrow, which is Thursday, could we hit 60 on Friday? Probably not Friday. That's a stretch. 3 levels in a day. It's looking like Saturday, Sunday. But I think Saturday, like, because once you're at 59, dude, I don't know about you guys if it's the same way, but that last level from 59 to 60, you don't even feel it, man. It honestly just melts. Because you see blood in the water, man. You're like a megalodon. Your eyes roll back. You don't even care. Like you go so hard. You know it's the last level you'll have to do, and you just get there. It just flies. You're not sticking with daggers as sub? I don't really have any daggers, bro. That's the thing. It's tough to find daggers in hardcore. You can't use auction house or anything, right? What do you get from this shit? Spriting Helm, 15 agility, 10 stam. It's okay. I think mine's better though, right? Actually, look at my hat, guys. 16 agility, 16 strength. That's pretty damn good, isn't it? I feel like my head is pretty solid. When are you running Mara? Momentarily, man. We're just waiting for Graze and them to finish up. They're at the zombies right now. It's so funny, man. He looks so shook. But yeah, they're finishing up ZF. Sorry, they're doing ZF, and then they're gonna be headed right here tomorrow. I was originally gonna do ZF with them, but we had another guy in the guild, Cheesy, who is a lower level and needed some of the stuff, but more than I needed it. And as a rogue, I'm not like terribly useful in Zul'Farrak. I mean, come the Stair event, I'm gonna be just kind of cheering him on. So they're gonna head over here right after. But the headpiece I have right now is pretty solid. 16 agility, 16 strength, level 52.
Beware.
Anyway, we'll get that for the XP. So let's see here. We have how many Mara quests? 4. There might be more though, bro. There might be more quests than this. Let me go back to the guide. Let's see here. Mara overview. They should have a section of requests, right? Come on. Yo, they don't have quests? Oh, here we go. Alliance Maraudon quest, Horde Maraudon quest. Okay. Shadow Shard Fragments. I think I picked this up in Orgrimmar. I still have time. I don't have that, do I? I do not. Balaton Corruption. Let's see if I have that. I do have that. Corruption of Earth and Seed. Seed of Life. Moonglade? No, we don't have that. We have this. Prize Instructions, we have this. Legends of Maraudon, you get this orange side from that little elf thing or whatever, like centaur elf thing. Alright, yeah, I think we're good. I mean, do we really need that one from Orgrimmar? Let me see, man. Shadow Shard Fragments. Which one is this again? Oh, it's this quest? Yeah, I don't even think we're gonna do this, bro. It's gonna take too long to get everybody to get this, man. This is from the rock elementals outside. I don't think we even do this. Yeah, so I think I'm good on quests. Yeah, I think I'm chilling. Dude, are you listening to that same banger stream Death Camp was? I don't think so, bro. I don't even know what was he listening to. There's a quest in Theramore. If you're Alliance, that'd be helpful, but for me it's Horde. No chance. But yeah, take a look at how it looks, man. When I attack with this really fast offhand, it's pretty awesome. I'll pop like Slice and Dice too, just so you can see. Look how fast I attack, man. It's like I'm going berserk, dude. Turn the sound down a touch. Defkip was in an epic 10 shaman pre-made BG group on stream. Oh, nice. Were they winning or what? Would AH be usable if it was a hardcore server? You're saying if they made a real hardcore server, like an official Blizzard one? I think if they made an official Blizzard one, yeah, there would be. They would just disable that. That'd be it. But for this community that we have going right now, there's no AH, yeah. I'll probably level my weapon skill on Kodos for a second. Let's see what I'm at. 214 out of 270. That's not too good, huh? As I wait for him to get over here. It'd be nice to be able to cook up some food, too. What's your add-on for enemy HP bars debuffs? It's called Neat Plates. Went back to the HUD, yeah, man. It was giving me a headache, man, looking over to the left. So I'll show you, just to be a little educational. I shouted this out last time I was here, but this was my spot, man. This place was really good to me. And in hardcore, if you're leveling up, you might want to look into this spot. It'll help carry you through some of the more spicy levels. There are yellow mobs here. You can skin them, which is great for making money in hardcore. You know, right at a time when you're approaching your mount. They drop heavy Kodo meat, which you can use to cook into 12 stam, 12 spirit food. It almost feels like a bug, man. It really does. It almost feels like a bug, because why are these mobs that are level 36 and 37, they're pretty low level mobs, why are you able to cook 12 stam, 12 spirit food from these mobs? Doesn't even make sense, but I'll take it, man. What spec would you go as a pally in hardcore? I just think 10. So I would personally go and just get Seal of Command first. It's your bread and butter. You need Seal of Command. It's just going to accelerate your damage. Don't worry so much about getting concentration, spiritual focus right away, because you really shouldn't be dying in the early levels as a paladin anyway. You're super strong, and you could get spiritual focus first, but I mean, there's not really a need for it. You should be able to just hang in there. I mean, if you really care about survivability that much, you can go get spiritual focus first. But I would do personally is go down and get Seal of Command, and then I would switch into the Holy Tree. And I would start working my way down towards... I would get Seal of Command, and I would get 2 into Pursuit of Justice, so that you could get the 8% movement speed, right? And then once you got the 8% movement speed, I would go into Holy and start knocking out Spiritual Focus, so you get the pushback resistance. And then from there, it's really whatever, man. You can do whatever you want. Just started my hardcore journey today, and I was inspired by you. Hell yeah, Brayden. Dude, it's good to have you here in the community, man. What level is the party? Let's take a look. So it'll be me at 54. We will have Zeriza, 51 mage, frost mage. We will have Grace for Days, who's a 49 druid. We'll have a Darken HC, who's a 46 priest, and then Tactics, who's a 44 warlock for Mardon. Yep. I love the way Deadly Poison looks, man. Just the thing that pops up, the debuff. Tactics blasting as usual, yeah? Yeah, it looks like they're almost through it. They're getting to the stair event now, so it probably shouldn't be too much longer now, maybe 15 minutes. I'm just trying to think if there's anything we can do in the meantime while we wait. Any way to get a little bit of XP. Just have a little bit of time to kill. Let's see what zones are around us. Maybe we could go to Feralis for a minute. Do some quests in Feralis. Let's see. We finished up on Goro. For anybody who was watching earlier, remember how messy this was, man? It's all clean now, dude. Squeaky clean. You'll love to see it. Could go to Feralis. There's not much left for us in Feralis, though. Tannerus. We could go to Tanaris. I have a quest to turn in there. Did you already do Mardon? No, we didn't. We're getting ready to do it. We're just waiting for Grays and them to finish up ZF, probably like 15 minutes. Got my Outlaw Saber the other day, such a beast weapon. Did you solo it, Nathan? Yeah, that weapon slaps, man. That weapon was really good to us, for sure. Alright, prize instructions. Amulet of Union. Okay. So, is that, who here in the chat is familiar with this Mark of the Chosen quest? I just need a little bit of a refresher. I'm pretty sure you go into Mardon and you have to kill the named guys, right? There's all these prophets, and you have to kill them. And some are outside the instance, right? And then you combine all their pendants together, and that's the quest, right? Just go fearless and grind mobs. Who cares? Yeah, I could do. I may kill some stuff inside Mardon.
Fresh meat.
How you doing, Mara? Hell yeah, we're doing Mara, bro. Hell yeah. One at the portal, one in front of each color, one inside each color. Yo, I appreciate that, man. One at the portal. One in front of each color, though? Wait, it's inside, like, there's only, how many are outside the instance? I think there's only one, right? Yo, Deadly Poison looks so nice, bro.
Good luck, boys. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yo, Pico, thanks so much for the 10, man. I appreciate it, man. Like, it's a big morale boost right now. I'm really excited for it, man. I'm just waiting for my boys to, my fellow hardcore soldiers to get through the, to get through this dungeon so we can get started, man. I'm itching to get this damn Thrash play, dude. I'm mad hype. My man Blaze for days and company. Can't wait, man. I really can't wait. I'm stoked to do this. I'm about to just use Deadly Poison, though. Seriously, man. It looks so cool. Three outside. Oh, wow. 3 outside. Okay. Alright. Just remember, Cargos, if you ever start to die, don't. That's amazing advice. Thank you so much, man. Big true on that. Big true. Another exciting thing, man, is I got a new rank of Garrote, dude. So, hitting 54 has been nice, man. New Deadly Poison, new Garrote. The game's trying to tell us something. The game is trying to tell us that you need to turn into a damage over time class. Let's see how much one Garrote does to this guy. Ready? I don't have Blood Fury, but let's just see how much one Garrote does. Let's see. It's ticking for 125. What do you think? Half his health? Same. I think I might have right-clicked him once or twice, or maybe once. That's pretty good, dude. Half his health, one Garrote. They pad a bit. There's 3 outside the instance. Okay. Yeah, we can go inside there. I'm just trying to look for something green, man. Something green to kill would be nice. Give us some XP. Guys, let's get some likes on the stream. Oh yeah, I would appreciate it, man. If you have a spare second, guys, if you could like the stream, that would be great. Thanks, Loretta. Good to have you here, man. Loretta, you best mod, man. Always here. Love to see it. Kind of happy this guy disarmed me, actually. I'm trying to level up weapon skill, so appreciate it. Yo, I would level weapon skill faster if I take off my main hand, right? Yo, is that monster 200 IQ Galaxy Brain strat right there? Because I'm punching with my main hand. Yo, that's it, right? Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna level weapon skill faster if I do that. Take forever to kill these guys, bro. Big brain, right? Hell yeah, dude. Fist weapon in the main hand? You can't. It's an offhand, actually. It's specifically an offhand. But, yo, we're still kind of slapping. Even just punching the shit out of him, bro. We're literally just slapping him right now. So, it's interesting, though. You can't use any of your rogue abilities like Hemo or anything without a weapon in the hand. But I'm pretty... This is probably going to level up way faster. What's that noise? Oh, never mind. There's one of the, this is one of the dudes we need. This Nameless Prophet right there. We actually need to kill this guy. He's a 41 elite too. Hey, we'll just do it for the content while we fucking wait. Fuck it. This dude's elite, so. Garrote. Alright, 3-point, 4-point rupture maybe. Oh, it feels so good. Subtlety, man. Look at our huge row of dots right now, man. This feels awesome. Hell yeah, man. Theradric crystal carvings, too. We're actually getting some quests done, too, in here. Nice. Let's get a nice blade flurry off here. Yo, what up, Jay? Scroll of Intellect? Guys, is this big brain as well? Learn weapon skill faster? Hell yeah, dude. Give me that juicy intellect scroll so I can learn how to punch people in the face faster. We're about to do Maraudon, Jay Ribe. Yeah, we're not in a group yet. We're just waiting for Grace to finish up, and they're gonna come over here. We're doing Maraudon right after they're finished. Just waiting on them. Let me see where they're at.
During this past summer, when I made a video covering the meaning and secrets of unedited footage of a bear, an Adult Swim horror short film, I said that I had major hope that the team behind it, Wham City Comedy, would get to create more beautifully terrifying things for the channel. I desperately wanted Adult Swim to support more projects like unedited footage and Too Many Cooks, and I really wanted Wham City to make more. Maybe they could even top unedited footage of a bear. Well, I got my wish, because they outdid themselves by making This House Has People in It. If unedited footage of a bear was just a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle, This House Has People in It is a 1,500-piece monster. As far as investigations go, this is one of the most complex puzzles I've looked at so far, and even though I've spent 5 days with a headache trying to decipher its message, I absolutely love this abstract surveillance camera horror show. The story of this latest visual art performance and 4 AM heart attack began last week, early Tuesday morning. Those who know Alan Resnick's work were alerted to the coming short film's arrival and stayed up on Monday night to catch it on the premiere date. This House Has People in It was scheduled to run from the 14th to the 17th of March at 4 AM, but don't worry if you missed it. Adult Swim put it up for view on their own channel so everyone can take a look, and just like with unedited footage, I implore you to go watch the short film on the official channel. channel before we dig into this. If you enjoy it, go ahead and hit the like button as well to show your support for more projects like this from Adult Swim. The more love we show for these events, the more likely we'll be to see more and ensure the creators of these projects keep getting work. Really, take a moment to click on the title card here or on my link to the film in the video description. If neither of those work, just search for This House Has People in It here on YouTube and click on the result that has Adult Swim as the uploader. Once you see it, come back here and we'll explore just how big this house really is. Don't watch my video without seeing the real deal first. I'll give you a few seconds. Alright, now that you're thoroughly disturbed or had time to remember how you felt at the end of the film, let's begin breaking this down. At the beginning of the film, we have login information activating a database system that runs down a very long list of entries and activity descriptions, all having to do with a group of numbered subjects. The user is required to enter a log number, which they submit, 00451. This presents the title card for our short film as well as information on what we're seeing. This footage was taken on the 31st of May, 2015. This is focusing on family number 437 and is tape 451. This video log notes the significant event of subject 3 lying prone in the kitchen floor. Notice the wording there, in kitchen floor. The watermark logo in the bottom left is a symbol we spot again during the end credits, AB for AB Surveillance Solutions. While playing the credits for the short film, AB advertises their website, absurveillancesolutions.com. There's a very obvious next step to this experience, but in order to get the most out of it, we do need to explore the video. Our establishing shot is of the first page of selected surveillance cameras inside the home. We have shots of the living room, kitchen, hallway, basement, and front yard. We know exactly what happens over the next 10 minutes from each of these positions as the main events play out. We just don't know how or why. The most appropriate phrase to keep in mind while watching this video is blink and you'll miss it, because the amount of hidden information from this video is insane. In the first full clip of Jackson, the son, in the living room waiting for his party to begin, we can spot 3 things. First, Alan Resnick, who co-wrote this project and unedited footage of a bear and created Alan Tutorial, is on TV, portraying a new character instructing viewers on how to make their own clay sculptures. The older woman watching seems to be an active viewer of his show. There are some homemade clay sculptures sitting in front of the fireplace. Finally, that happy birthday banner must have been purchased at a discount because the letter R is missing from birthday. When we return to the kitchen, our mother and wife character, Anne, is holding the baby just far enough to the right for us to see the pictures on the standing shelf in the hallway. If the picture on the right looks familiar to you, that's because it originally appeared in unedited footage of a bear on the wall of Donna's house. And it is the same boy portraying Jackson according to the credits of both short films. His name actually is Jackson. We have another nod to unedited footage of a bear later when the camera zooms in on a shelf in the living room. Right next to this picture of Tom and Jackson, we can see what looks like a Claritril bottle and an open box. Don't get too excited though. According to Alan Resnick, Robbie Ratcliffe, and Dina Kelberman, who all wrote This House Has People in It, the links to unedited footage are more Easter eggs than anything else. In an interview conducted by Sean Collins for Observer.com, the crew is asked, "I've noticed that in fan reaction to work like this, there's an emphasis on figuring it out. Here's exactly how everything connects. Here's what everything means. People are even working to connect this house and unedited footage in some kind of mega arc. To be fair, I thought I spotted one of the defaced photos of the little boy from unedited footage on the shelf in this house, so I get the impulse. But is that important to you? Do you even do that kind of world building up front?" As part of Dina Kelberman's answer, she says, "We didn't necessarily intend for this to be in the same universe as unedited footage of a bear, but it totally could be. We ended up each putting in so many little details that I don't think any of us know about all of them. We try as hard as we can to make sure everything fits together, but sometimes there's small errors, and those just end up getting scooped into the theories. And then of course there are theories we never even considered, which is great. Often they're really good ideas. This is my favorite part of everything." It's also just practical to use photos of the same young actor if you already have them, and a good way to wink at the audience if they don't know the authors of this house also made unedited footage. I do want you to bear in mind how intentional these Easter eggs are though. These don't mean Jackson is the son from unedited footage, but the art form of that film will apply in our investigation.
Baby boy.
Our next interesting shot comes from looking at Madison head on while she lays on the floor.
Medicine?
Did you notice that she has some sort of white or gray material clinging to the tips of her hair? It seems like this isn't the only case of someone having it on their body, as we later spot the baby playing with an upside-down bowl in her high chair. The same material seems to be on her hands, and even though it's normal for children to have dirty hands in a high chair, she doesn't seem to have any actual food within reach to spread around. The bowl appears to be empty, nothing spread around it or underneath it as the baby moves it around. This also transitions directly into a clip of Alan's character on TV molding a clay pile that looks like an upside-down bowl. Next, we spot Jackson on the couch with a tablet computer, and he misses a deer walking outside the window. That deer seems to be scared by a spiky-headed shape that runs past in the same direction. Now's the time when the phrase "blink and you'll miss it" really comes into play as our surveillance cameras are interrupted. Our next few frames are grainy black and white shots of
Welcome back to Nightmind, friends. It's been a busy month as I prepared for items that needed some seeing to, but tonight, I've got an exploration that a good amount of you have asked to undergo. This time we'll be dealing quite heavily with technology front and center, and in this realm, we're experienced enough to know that when confronting computers gone awry or networks that aren't too safe, it is best to be prepared. That's why we've made some new friends I'd like to introduce before we depart on this investigation. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, who know what it's like to be a web series viewer and think, hey, maybe if this character had any form of protection on their phone at all, that hacker in the serial killer mask wouldn't be sending them deep-fried selfies. They also know what it's like to try viewing a web series or weird video based in a different country and be told that you can't join the fun. Surfshark is a VPN that wants to make sure you see whatever awesome projects are out there, and that you never end up on camera yourself with deep web antagonists taking over your devices. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg. Protecting yourself from data theft, device trackers, malware, and the most annoying pop-ups possible is all part of Surfshark's skill set. Website censorship based on country is no longer a problem, and you can use public Wi-Fi to, say, check your bank account balance while making a food stop without worrying about being compromised. And if you're worried about what your internet provider thinks, don't be. Surfshark is equipped with a mode that makes sure no company can tell that you're on a VPN. Right now, Surfshark is offering a limited time deal to Nightmind viewers available in the video description. 83% off of a 2-year plan and an additional free month at surfshark.deal/nightmind. This offer makes a subscription just $1.99 per month, and you can operate the service on all your devices. $1.99 a month for 2 whole years, and no worries about pop-ups, trackers, video blocks, or deep web wannabes. Just visit the video description below to jump in and be sure you never end up as the unfortunate star of a real-life ARG. Thanks, Surfshark. Now that we're armored up, let's get into the weird network of the night. On March 17, 2018, viewers with a sense of curiosity on YouTube may have come across a video with a peculiar title, Sys Restore, the first upload from an even stranger channel. This room does not exist. The video in question shows a symbol used in the profile picture for the channel and a login screen. There's no telling what's entered, but we hear a musical chime and are told that screen capture devices are strictly prohibited. Already, we know just by witnessing this, someone has broken the rules. We are welcomed to the interior and shown the time clock for the system.
go.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello to you, hello to me, hello to everybody. Welcome to the Tiger Belly Podcast. Again and again, we do it.
No, no, no.
Now, don't say nothing
Sorry.
until I bring your name up.
Sorry, I'm so
Da, da,
excited.
da, da, da. We got Gilbert in the room.
Hey.
He's got a very beautiful brown
Oh, stop.
face. It's like the moon.
Okay.
We got the white piece of shit.
Supremacy.
In the room, his face is pink, and he's married to an Asian girl. And now I have my beautiful girlfriend, Kalila. She's the best.
Lila.
And we got a guest today. She's married to my friend Tom, but she's the funniest one out of the two.
Oh.
Dina Pazitsky. Give her a round of
Dina.
applause.
Can I just say, I'm so happy to see you guys. I miss comedians. I miss you guys so much. And why are your hands in your pockets?
Because I get nervous around you. I'm like I'm in a job interview or something, or I'm interviewing Michelle Obama.
Oh, stop.
Earlier upstairs, for the last 2 hours, he's been repeating this. Pazitsky.
Oh, you don't have to say it anymore. It's
Pashitsky.
he. But I call you Kalila and not Kalila.
It's okay.
Because
My mom does too. She doesn't know how the fuck it's supposed to be pronounced.
And the reason why I do that because at one time years ago I brought you up on stage.
Yes.
I probably brought this up to you before, but I brought you up on stage and I fucked up your last name.
Yeah.
Is it
And I felt like
Pazitsky?
you-
Pazitsky, yeah.
Yeah, it's Pazitsky.
Yeah, she got it.
Pazitsky.
Pazitsky.
And I thought you were mad at me for years.
Never. I don't give a shit.
But that's it. That's
Who
why.
cares? We're
I don't really
foreigners.
give a shit either. My
You-
name is not easy. Plus, you probably have it right because it's supposed to be Khalila, like Middle Eastern, like Khalila.
What have you guys been doing during the core? What have you been like? What are your stages of quarantine?
Well, at first there was the deepest of depressions. I didn't know
Yes.
what was going on. You know what I mean? You look at the news, you go, "What going on?" Right? I don't know what going
But
on.
did you panic buy? Did you get?
No.
Did you bake? I went through extreme buying.
You
and
went through the baking.
I did. I mastered cupcakes.
Please don't say bread, kid.
I didn't do fucking bread.
Good.
And I didn't do banana bread because that's basic bitch shit.
Yeah, we don't do banana breads. We ask our other friends to send banana bread, but we don't make it ourselves.
'Kay.
If we do make bread, it's soda bread.
But first of all,
That doesn't need a
can I
fucking
defend banana
starter?
breads? Can I defend banana breads?
Wow.
If somebody's called me, it goes, "What's up, Bob?" Some people call
no
me
one
that.
calls you Bob.
Hey, Babalo, right? And I go, "What's up?" They go, "I made you right now, right, a loaf of fresh banana bread,
Yeah.
right?
Banana bread.
Banana bread." I would be like, "Thank you so much."
Yeah.
And I would
course.
slice it, right? Probably toast it a little bit.
No, you don't
Put a little-
toast it, right? Don't you? Listen, I never had it growing up because we're foreigners. We didn't. Do your tribe? Make?
We, we didn't
How
grow up with
fucking dare
banana
you.
bread. We eat bananas as they should be eaten,
Right, just plain.
Yeah.
plucked out
Yeah.
from nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's up with the Mexican fucking banana called the plantain? What's it
I
called?
love a plantain.
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 The plantain.
I don't like.
Like a
I don't like no
plankton?
plantain. First of all,
That's a seed, like a freaking algae, babe.
you go to some like fucking Brazilian thing, right? And you order like some food, and then they have a fucking fried
I love that.
banana.
I
There.
could
I
eat it.
hate it.
I could eat my weight. No, you ever go to
Same.
Versailles and then
Yes.
they
Oh,
give
that's
you
oh, I
that,
love
and,
Versailles.
and then the garlic sauce mixes
Yeah.
in with them, and it's
Yeah.
Just a
naughty.
little sweet.
Just a little, yeah.
But I
We
love
have-
myself some banana bread. By the way,
we-
I'm defending it.
In the
That's it.
Philippines,
can
we
defend.
have 6 versions of banana street food, and one is called banana Q. So it's just it's like saba banana, right? But it's caramelized sugar on top of it, and then roasted over open fire. And then the other one is deep fried. It's called Pinay Pie, where they make it into a fan, and they deep fry it, and then they sprinkle it with sugar, and it's all street food. But we do banana right there.
Oh, I like it.
I'm a banana freak.
You are.
It's my favorite fruit in the world.
So
Really? I bet your dutes are nice and firm.
what's a toot? What's a toot?
Your dute, your browns.
Oh, I love brown. I like it when it's like watery and stuff.
Oh my god, I gave myself diarrhea last week because I had Mexican food for lunch and then I ate a lot of kimchi for dinner, Korean food.
Well, and now your
dinner.
gut
Don't mix the
biome
two.
is like metal clad.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was
Yeah.
doing.
Now, when you have diarrhea,
So-
can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah. just
Go ahead.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
So when you have diarrhea, right? Do you does it burn?
Oh my god, it burns and cramping. I get intense cramping.
Yeah.
And it burns.
I hear. Me too.
But my husband doesn't get the cramping. Do you
Because
get
he's so
cramp?
fat, right? You don't know where the cramp is because it's such a big area. You know what I mean? It could be here or there
You
or
should see
anywhere.
him. He's been working out
Oh yeah.
a lot.
What kind? What does he do at home?
He weightlifts. He's been doing tennis.
Oh wow.
Oh
He's
my
been-
God, he plays
I played
tennis.
tennis. I was on tennis team in high school.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You guys should play.
I want to play him. We should
You-
do a bet too.
He looks good. You guys are gonna die when you see him coming out of this car. He's strong and mean.
Oh wow.
So no, hold on. So you baked as well. You said for your
I
stage?
cooked every single Korean dish there was to cook.
You gotta teach me. I'm dying to
I
learn.
cooked kimchi jjigae. I cooked everything.
How do you do that? Where do you get the recipes?
From either my best friend is Korean, so her mom just gives me the lowdown on everything. Or I look it up. There's this woman online. Her name's Mangchi on YouTube. She's the best.
Where do you get your meats and things? Your
H
Calbee?
Mart. See, we live in the valley, so we don't have a lot of Asian options, which is the shitty part about living where we live. So I got to go all the way to either K-Town or Pasadena.
Okay, that's where I give up because I don't want to do that. But I love it.
I also eat Chinese food too.
You eat Chinese food.
Yesterday I went to a beautiful place I love called PE. You know what it's called? Panda Express. It's delicious. I like the Beijing beef. It's so sweet and crispo.
Do you guys eat fast food?
I have to stop myself from going to McDonald's every time I pass by it. I have to be like, no, that's bad.
Breakfast
love
menu
it.
or all of it?
Fuck a breakfast menu. I'm not a breakfast eater.
Oh, you're not?
real. I don't like it.
That's
It's my least
scandalous.
favorite meal of the
The
day.
Egg McMuffin?
Oh wow.
Don't care.
Wow.
Give me a quarter pounder with cheese. I like 2 cheeseburgers.
That's like saying I don't like koalas.
Really?
Yeah, saying
Really?
saying I don't like an egg McMuffin is like saying something ridiculous like I don't like
I don't
fluffy, beautiful fur creatures
Don't care.
from the tree.
Don't care. I like a hash brown.
Yeah.
Hash brown's great.
Really good.
I don't like a warm bath. I mean, it's crazy to say something like that.
Okay, tell me this. What's the most disgusting thing you like to eat? What's like your creation? Were you
Oh,
allowed to keep
my
it?
own creation?
Yeah, okay, I'll give you mine just to warm it up.
Yeah.
White rice,
Yeah.
ketchup.
Oh, the best.
The best.
The best. Also, white rice with a little bit of butter and then ketchup. That's next level.
Whoa.
My best friend and I, we have days that we designate for ketchup and rice and bacon days. Bacon,
Wow.
rice with a little bit of butter and just ketchup.
That's really
It's the best
interesting.
in the world.
I like that.
But I don't feel like that's gross at all.
I feel like it is. I think. What do you do? Okay, what about this? Ramen with I would use the ramen noodles as spaghetti. Like when I was too lazy
That's
to make.
very just Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, is that
Yeah,
is that
because she likes to fuse
That is true.
Oh, really?
like
I didn't know
miso
that.
spaghetti.
What I do is I make ramen. The other night I put it behind your back. She doesn't like me eating it, so
I just don't like him eating it 3 times a day.
I let her fall asleep, and then I go on a ramen espionage. Right? So I sneak in, and she got me a variety.
Oh, I like that. Which one's your favorite?
I don't know what they're called.
Chapaghetti?
Yeah, chapaghetti.
The jjajangmyeon with the bean paste.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what I love to do is I like to right at the end when
Yeah.
I'm cooking it. It says 4 minutes. You have to cook it, right?
Yeah.
I like to throw in something extra.
Me too.
Guess what I throw in? A single egg.
Yeah,
Do you do that?
I do that too. I
You
let it
stir
boil.
it a little bit. Yeah, boil. You let stir.
But do you break the egg up or do you keep the yolk
I break
intact?
that shit up.
I break
like
it too.
a scrambled egg.
There we go.
Yeah.
You and
But
I.
How do you not?
No, because
you
then
let
it's
it-
just like egg bits everywhere. I like it kind of like soft but
Yeah.
intact.
soft but intact. I like that.
Well, wait, can I ask?
Yeah, you have like shredded bit.
Can I ask
I
a
like
question though when you
shredded
do
bits.
that?
Yeah,
Because I tried that the other night,
Yeah.
right? I put the egg in.
yeah.
It was bubbling,
Yeah.
right? And in my head, I'm like, I know that Kalila likes it whole,
Yeah.
but I didn't pop the yolk either. I just
Yeah.
let it boil, but it just stayed raw. So then
Oh.
eventually I got frustrated. I go, fuck it. And I just
Stab
fucking
it?
poked the fucking yolk.
Yeah.
How long do you have to do it for?
Well, you know how I make kimchi jjigae?
Yeah, I do.
And I just put the eggs on top of it when you want the egg?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all you do.
Oh, so you do it on the side. You grill
No,
it.
no, no. I put it on top on the boiling water.
Raw. It's poached.
It's poached egg.
But it's still that means it's still runny in the middle, right? A little runny.
If you leave it long enough, it's not going to be runny. It depends.
We should try it.
I should try. Do you know what I like to do? I forgot this one.
What?
I make the ramen. I put the egg in,
Yeah.
and this is my disgusting white trash.
Uh-huh.
Shaky cheese on top of ramen.
Wait, shaky cheese is
Kraft Parmesan cheese.
oh
like
crap.
the-
Yeah. We have it upstairs.
We love that. That's my
Yeah.
favorite kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I like I like
It's so gross.
the
but
Parmesan, the flaky, the powdered one. Is that what you're talking about?
fresh, but I like if when you open it real fresh.
Uh-huh.
Like I like it that first open, and then I'll put it in my hand and lick it. Just
Oh no,
It's
I like the
so good.
powdered one that you get at Shakey's Pizza. That one, the Parmesan, that one.
in the packets.
Yeah, in the packets, right? I don't like your style, which is it's the actual cheese part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need it to be granulated.
Like hard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Am I
think.
trash?
No. I use
Am I trash?
no, I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
You know what I really like? That's really nostalgic for me because it sort of tastes like probably toxic metal. Is Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Oh my God, that's the best. That's my childhood. That's
Me too.
latchkey kid fare, definitely.
I always wanted
Let's
to meet
go,
him.
spaghetti.
Is he real?
Chef Boyardee.
Yeah, because when you look at let me just say something. When you look at that Chef Boyardee container,
Boyardee.
Oh, it's Boyardee.
I don't
Chef
fucking know.
Boyardee,
It's Boyardee.
and it's a drawing of him, right? It's
Yeah.
not an actual photo. So in my head, I never Googled it. I should, but in my head, I was like, he could be real. I would eat it as a kid and
Yeah.
just contemplate it while I'm eating it.
If he's real.
If he's real
Wait,
or not.
it used to be a photograph of him, no? When we were children?
I don't know. I thought it was a drawing.
I think
I
it's a-
didn't start eating it until 2001, so I don't know.
We should look that up. Can somebody look it up?
He
if it's a
opened he opened a restaurant in 1924. Boyardee.
Oh, he was real.
But his name is spelled Boiardi, not Boy, which they changed.
I bet his shit was so good.
Yeah.
No.
Because think about it. Canned version is good.
Yeah.
Imagine the real.
I know.
Imagine the real.
And all those preservatives. In
I
there.
know. And Jemima.
What
Is
would
she
you
real,
ha-
Aunt Jemima?
It's a
I
good
don't know.
question.
Because that's the same thing. I would go, is that real? Maybe they knew in the cartoon world, Jemima and with Jeff, what's his
Boyardee.
She doesn't
They-
exist anymore.
Yeah.
died
I believe
too.
she was canceled.
Yeah, she was
canceled
canceled. They canceled Aunt Jemima.
And they also canceled Trader Jose's.
Yeah, Trader
What?
Joe's.
Oh,
No, they
and-
didn't. Trader
Not
Joe's
yet?
refused to change the names on their packaging.
Good.
My
Yeah.
friend
Good.
said they were restocking it. And
No, they're not.
Trader
No.
Ming's, that one's gone too?
Trader Ming is still there, I think.
Wow.
Because I think they put their
Keep it
foot
the
down.
same.
All right, there we go.
Keep it the same. What are you going to call that fucking, was it Trader Jose? What are you going to call it? Trader Vladimir? If you got taco shells, right?
Yeah.
at Trader
I see what you're
Jim,
saying.
Yeah.
Trader Jim, or whatever it might be,
I wouldn't trust
you'd be
it.
like, I don't trust this.
I don't trust
taco.
it,
I don't
Jim.
trust it either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they should double down.
I agree. Talks are
Trader,
what?
talks are a lat
To what?
thing.
What?
What are they doubling down to?
Trader, green card, you know?
Build a wall?
Yeah.
Take
Build a
my-
wall.
Trump
Jose.
2020.
Trump 2020.
Yeah.
Nacho cheese.
Jose.
What do they have for the Asian foods? Trader Ming?
It's Trader Ming's, and they want to just change it to Trader
That's like,
Joe's.
you know why
orange
that's
chicken.
doubly racist? Is because like Ming Ming is cat in.
Oh.
We learn here. Oh.
Ming Ming.
So during the pandemic, I'll show you what. So at first,
Yes.
what happens is you go, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Right? And then I remember like going a month.
Right.
Remember the first news? You would go a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna make it. Right?
Yeah.
And then you would see, it'll June.
Yeah.
Back then, and then June
No,
was
first was Easter. Remember? It's
Easter,
like,
right? Easter, right?
By Easter, you
Yeah,
guys will
our
be in
eyes were
church.
popping out. We're not gonna make Easter, right? And now it's 2021, and now I've already accepted the predicament that we're in, right? And so what I've been doing is I've been engaging in a lot of deep dish pizzas. I ordered it. I order it from Gold Belly, and I have 6 coming tomorrow.
Okay.
What-
He made me buy another freezer.
Freezer?
Just for his
Great.
Pizza. That's his
This
pizza freezer.
That's my pizza freezer.
You're being. And what is this? What's so special? It's an online. Does it do special?
So Gold Belly is
They should sponsor
it's
us.
basically
do it.
you can get anything you want from any restaurant across the country. So for instance, if like let's say Junior's Cheesecake in New York, you can go through Gold
What?
Belly. Or let's say he got a pizza from like a small mom and pop shop from Detroit.
And they send it
You
to
can do lobster rolls from Maine.
How? But how did they make this wizardry work? How
Well,
does
they
it stay
put it
fresh?
in. They put it in
A refrigerated,
dried
yeah,
what's
dry ice.
dry ice. So you got to watch your fingers because it's not real ice.
It's
And
not real.
It's not real. What, dry ice?
Dry ice.
It's not real ice. Is that real ice?
No,
What is it? It's a chemical.
it's a chemical.
It's a, it is.
Yeah.
It's a chemical.
It'll burn you.
That's amazing. So
right.
you
So
guys
it comes
got
in the.
pizza done now.
Yeah, from different. Some pizza places I don't like, but I
Yeah.
experiment.
We don't eat the same things.
I get deep.
Clearly,
I get pies from South Carolina.
Wow.
Chicken pot
You
pie.
could get like Skyline chili sent to you
Probably.
from Cincinnati.
Yep.
So the app is called Goldbelly. You
He
should
got
try.
he got pork tenderloin sandwiches from Indiana.
Mm.
The frock?
Yeah, so I've been experimenting with those foods.
That's exciting. So you've been eating your way through your feelings about this whole thing.
I
But
died.
he also started yoga.
That's amazing.
Started yoga.
Good for you.
It's been great. A little bit of Peloton.
That you got one.
Yeah, we have. Oh, yeah,
now,
we have
do
one.
you have the treadmill or the bike?
Just
The
the
bike.
bike.
Yeah, and you do the programs with a.
No, I like scenic rides.
See,
I don't like. I don't need no fucking buff. You know what I mean? White dude.
yeah,
Or
yelling
some
at
buff.
you.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey
Pedal
looking lady. You know what I
harder.
mean? Telling me what to do.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't
going-
respond to that.
Yeah, what?
That's the only
don't
thing I
respond to it
respond
either.
to.
I don't do like Barry's boot camp. No,
I
know hear it's
do.
great. Yeah, I don't because the voice in my head is punitive enough. I don't. Come on, do it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
know I'm fat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm fucking here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in your mind. I go, it's not in my. I'm dying. I want to yell back. You know, they can't even respond to you.
Well, it's so familiar to me, that kind of abuse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's trauma, it's trauma.
It just feels like my body goes into autopilot when I hear someone screaming. Where I'm like, oh, I know this. I've done this my whole life. So yeah, I respond immediately. I'm like, burpees. Burpees, 150?
Oh my
That's fine. I'm bleeding out of my nose. That's fine. Like I just do it.
Oh, I don't like it.
And then another thing I've been doing is and I've been better at this. And this is more of a serious tone.
Okay.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's interesting to see that the pandemic has been politicized,
Yeah.
right? And in the beginning of the quarantine, I became very emotional about it,
Yeah.
right? About people's point of view about it, how their behavior, right? You know, I obviously I'm a pussy liberal, and I believe science.
Right. You're
My
one
bad.
of those weirdos.
My weirdo. My bad. You know, people that have education and stuff that I don't have.
like
I still-
experts and stuff
Yeah,
telling
those
us
types
what
of-
to do.
Right. So I'm one of those, you know. And then you have the other patriotic America. You know, I'm an American, free will. You mean I do what I want to do, and in the beginning I was just kind of resistant to that, but then I realized, you know what, people, and I've grown here spiritually. People walk in their own shoes. I don't know what their life experience is like. I don't know
Yeah.
why they have their point of view. And it's not my business to try to understand where they're coming from, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm been struggling, you know, with that, but I think I'm a little bit more empathetic toward the other side.
To the people that you're saying who don't want to wear a mask and they think it's a.
It's ridiculous
Well,
to me, but
Yeah, and look, I think people are triggered up by all this stuff. It's not nothing to do with wearing a mask. It's being told what to do, and I think that's maybe how some people interpret it.
That's
Like,
what it is, yeah.
don't tell me what to do, mom, dad. Like they're mad at whoever fucked with them in the past. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
thinking, I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist, but
yeah.
I think you are.
I don't care.
You're my
my
psychiatrist.
PhD and
Yeah, yeah.
fucking nonsense.
Hey guys, we're gonna take a quick break to share one of our favorite sponsors with you.
Manscaped. You guys, if you're bored in the house, why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene, and it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. Guys, you know that I shave my balls
Oh yeah.
and the bush above it.
Religiously.
And the only thing I use is fucking Manscaped. Especially this lawnmower. It is so fucking good, man. Manscaped is our go-to brand for below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. While you're probably looking for new things to do at home, why not make manscaping part of your routine? Manscaped is forever changing the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. Go ahead, babe.
Inside the perfect package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer.
Oh yeah.